Hello and welcome to another Overlord lore video, and today we are going to take a closer look at how strong Ainz Ooal Gown was in his actual game world of Yggdrasil Online, a dive MMORPG in the year of 2138. But before we're going to do so, let me quickly thank my Patreons for supporting this channel, as well as all users of the YouTube thanks function for making one-time donations. And with that said, let's dive right into the topic. And we will start off with what Yggdrasil Online even was. It was, as I said before, a dive MMORPG, meaning your VR headset would not only put you in the first-person view of your character, but it would actually allow you to feel a sense of touch and actually move your very body in the game world without moving your real body in the real world. So being his actual avatar was nothing new for Ainz, but in order to understand his powers and how he fits into the game world of Yggdrasil Online and into his very own guild, we at first have to take a look at his actual character build, and before that, at his position in the guild. Ainz Ooal Gown was not only a player that happened to be left in the Great Tomb of Nezarec when he was transported, but he, since the very founding of Ainz Ooal Gown, was also the leader of the guild and its guildmaster, though this was more of a administrative title, since all of the decisions were made by simple majority vote, with no hard feelings should anyone not get his will. But despite being a more ceremonial title, Ainz as a guildmaster and his ability to listen and to empathize with his guildmates was vital. No matter what their personality and the oddities were, he was highly valued because he was a good listener. Especially because Touch Me, the strongest fighter of that guild and the former leader of the precursor organization of Ainz Ooal Gown, known as Nine's Own Goal, had managed to alienate another guild member from their very group. But since Ainz Ooal Gown was a guildmaster anyway, he also decided to make his character fit into the role of an overlord, as a supreme ruler, and therefore he had created more of a role-playing build than an extremely strong and efficient character build like his friends had. Pero Ronchino became a master sniper who would stop at absolutely nothing to become stronger. Lord Nishikian Rai was the one who discovered the Great Tomb of Nezarec back when it was just a dungeon, and he had the highest attack power and damage potential of all of the guild members. And Touch Me was not only the strongest being among the players, but also a world champion, one of a number, one of 9, since Yggdrasil Online had 9 worlds in total, so therefore he was one of the 9 world champions and had exclusive armor. And in terms of magic power, Ainz Ooal was the strongest mage in the entire guild, and the second strongest player after Touch Me. And even Tabula Smaragdina, the creator of Albedo, was outshining Ainz Ooal Gown in terms of magic. So while Ainz still had his subpar role-playing build, he nonetheless had incredibly powerful friends and allies who could teach and show him all kinds of different strategies and abilities. Pernito Mori, the guild strategist, had also created an instruction manual detailing all of their exploits in a very handsome and comprehensive guide known as PKing for Dummies. And since Ainz Ooal Gown was in such an excellent guild, he also got to experience high-stakes PvP fighting while still in Yggdrasil Online. In fact, his guild was one of the most, if not the single most, infamous player-killer guild, who deliberately sought out and attacked other players in order to steal one of their items that they would drop after they had been killed, to win a guild war, in order to do some tactical assassinations, or even just to make a point, or for the fun of it. So Ainz got plenty of practice, and despite his fun build, he still had managed to win the majority of his battles against other players, likely far more specialized in 1v1 combat than he is. Furthermore, Ainz Ooal Gown had also learned to expertly time his magic. He is in the 5% of players that could very precisely combine different spells and effects together, so that each spell and effect would play off the other. For example, during defeating Gazav Stronov, he used time magic, which normally would prevent any damage from being inflicted on the target, and True Death, a 9th tier death spell, that would also prevent low tier resurrection magic from taking effect. And he was able to do this to make both spells work, because he knew precisely how long he would have to wait in order to cast his spells, so that they won't interfere with one another. So Ainz Ooal Gown was, and still is, an excellent expert player that just happened to play a less optimized fun build. But even with this, he has gotten one perk from his role-playing build that would normally be locked for more optimized PvP-focused player builds, namely the Eclipse class, which requires a great specialization in insta-death and ghost magic, but in turn, it would grant access to Ainz Ooal Gown's strongest skill, the goal of all life is death. A skill that enables Ainz to kill anyone, even the undead, and those with a great deal of anti-insta-death magic items and protections. Apparently the only way to not getting killed is either by just getting killed and then be instantly revived by an item, or having someone to stand in, some delegator spell that would be hit by the spell's effect instead, which is likely how Mare saved himself when Zeshi Zetsumai activated the goal of all life is death, something that has shocked the Floor Guardian to the extreme. So in order to conclude this video, Ainz Ooal Gown is an excellent player, but his avatar is not optimized for PvP. Still, he has access to the goal of all life is death, something that would otherwise be denied to him, and thanks to his experience, he had managed to take on and win against a superior foe, namely Sheltier Bloodfallen. And with that said, I say thank you very much for watching, and special thanks to Ada Daddy Ada, Bad Guy Yi, Bad Boyto 316, Biza, Ben C, Brandon D, Chrissy, Crowley 0221, Sia, Crystal Prime, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Ding Dong, Duckwagon, Dunkler Krieger, Dystopia, Dystopia II, Enigmatic Unicorn, Thiral Shivan, Guy with That Head, Hector Marino, Hoss, Huster, Jacob G, Jana B, Jason, J. Morris, Chromius, Kyle R, Lee K. Long, Legendarius, Lelouch Britannia with a Mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Lothrazer, Merovec, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tweaker, Michael R, Michael Y, Nope, Oh Hell No, Normal Toad, O'Kill, Overlord General Gasper, Paddy Pantum, Personage, Primus 11, Rhinomere, Cune Caracos P, Shergox is Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Super Tier Magic Batista Bomb, Supreme Cheese, Staris, Ted, Texas Deer, The Orc Warboss, Rocket Smasher, T.E. Wang, Vash Hawkeye, Vegito 27, Venture Fanatic, Wilhelm, Xenokai, and Zonagon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day, and I hope to see you all again soon on my next video.